frankly, it's a shame that the Senate is doing this. Earlier, and you mentioned this, that individuals from Code Pink stood up and tried to disrupt the democratic process. I think that Democrats should be held accountable and should be asked, do you think this is appropriate for left-wing groups to come in and interrupt a hearing?
An interesting question, because Senator Graham at one point said that, you know, he was bringing up topics like immigration. He talked in detail about that. And he said, well, look, I'm helping you clear the room of the protesters now, because every time he would bring something up, people would jump up, shout, they'd be escorted out. What about this idea that he is recusing himself from anything having to do with a Hillary Clinton investigation?
Well, I think it's smart. I mean, Senator Sessions is someone who has a long history of understanding the law, both working in the Department of Justice, as a state attorney general, as a U.S. attorney, and he understands where those lines are, and I think that's why he's going to make a phenomenal U.S. attorney.
You know, Megan, as we've watched this, one of the things that has been said, as you kind of pull back, you'll get a little commentary, go back into it, is that Sessions is very calm. I mean, you can tell that he was very prepared for this, and Sean, you're nodding at this. I just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
It was very clear that he has been prepping and training for this for a while. I've actually been really impressed how he's done so far. The protests are wildly distracting, and I don't know who they need to get in control of that room, but I find it really inappropriate. Protests should be done outside at different times, especially by Code Pink. I think people came up dressed like Klan members. It is so inappropriate, and it's just adding to the theatrics of this, which I have such a problem with.
You know, for the entire campaign, myself, Kellyanne Conway, Jason Miller, Hope Hicks, we would get peppered with questions. So-and-so supports Donald Trump. Are you going to denounce them? I mean, it would be like, you know, some random person out in middle America but had written something in high school, and they said, does Donald Trump denounce this person? I think the Democrats should be asked, are you going to denounce the tactics of Code Pink at a hearing like this? They need to be held accountable for the tactics on the left, the same way that we're apparently held accountable for the tactics of people who have a right-leaning thought.
So it's interesting, because I'm looking across the couch at Julie Riggin.